Chicago-based flight crew would certainly appreciate your business, and thank you for flying with us today. We do hope to see you again here in the near future on another American Airlines flight, and we wish you a wonderful day.
I don't know. I just wish that I wish when I was in London I had a lot more chance to drink and experience English beer. But then again, I wasn't dating a writer in London, so maybe I just didn't get that full English experience. I don't know. Don't know. Welcome. If you are new, welcome you here. If you're returning, welcome to the unscripted, unorganized, unoutlined, underappreciated, Untitled Underqualified Podcast. This is episode number 12. It is Thursday, February 4th, 2021, and it is 9:34 p.m. in the Central Time Zone. Back at it again. No guest this week, but we will have one next week, I assume. Right, Finn? You have a guest lined up for next week?
I do. I do. A guest that I'm super excited about. It's gonna be absolutely nuts, guys.
Oh. And so
he's actually qualified and titled.
That's whoa. We're going like way out of our bounds.
Be the titled qualified podcast.
Maybe next week I'll change out the title and the live notification, which is like just retitled Very Qualified Podcast. Episode 1, because that would be something
finally titled.
Yeah, it'd be something new for us. Usual people they got here. If you come here weekly, and we appreciate you if you come here weekly, and if you're watching on YouTube, we appreciate you too. You can see us live on Twitch every Thursday night, 9:30 p.m. Central Time Zone, at twitch.tv/crunchbar33, and you will find, like I said, the usual suspects you hear. I don't know why I said suspects, but suspects. You got me, Jason, on the left.
I'm not being looked at for any crimes. That's my coworkers.
Whoa! I don't. Okay, I don't. Oh, alrighty. I hope everything. I hope you're safe. I hope you are safe. Welcome, Joey. Welcome back. We appreciate you.
Hey, it's Joe. How you doing, Joe?
But yeah, on the right side of your screen, you'll see Finn. He's our usual, basically the one running the ship. You can find him on Twitter at Skidap. He actually opened up his new business. You mind? You want to talk about that real quickly?
Oh my God! First of all, I'd like to say hello to Joe and Austin.
Welcome, Austin.
Our 2 active viewers right now. But also, I would like to, I guess, since Jason wants me to talk about my business a little bit. This week, I got incorporated. I am the proud owner of Cyclone Strength Incorporated. We are not an LLC because we are not nubs. No, it's an S corporation, which protects me a lot more from the IRS. And I'm incredibly proud. I offer personal training services. I can create programs. It is not within my scope of practice to tell you how to eat, aside from just say eat less or eat more. Sorry, I'm not qualified to talk about that kind of thing, but I am qualified to give you lists of exercises. I've got big plans for the business. I plan to create a large playlist of videos to demonstrate exercises in the proper way to do them including regressions and even progressions in some cases, such as, going from regular push-ups. If you can't do those, do what they call girly push-ups. I like to call them knee push-ups personally, because girly push-ups is kind of demeaning to the guys that can't do them. And after you do those, you can do decline push-ups, or you can even do incline push-ups. Incline push-ups work your lower chest like a mofo. It's great. Yeah, I have my corporate seal right here. This is pretty sick. It embosses things.
That's cool.
Like
it's actually personalized, like to your seal.
So, the way that a patented dick ups. Hell yeah, dude.
I think what did the pick of destiny they called it? What, cock ups? Is that what they call them? I mean, basically the same thing, dick ups, but that's right. Sorry, you can't do a fucking cock up. Pick of a destiny.
So
what a great movie.
The way that a corporate seal works, and this is kind of cool, it has your company name, it has the state in which you were incorporated, and it has the year that you were incorporated, and that's it. That's all that's on a corporate seal. And you can get one that's like a stamp for ink, or you can get one that's an embosser like I did. And this is, I don't know if it's going to show.
Oh yeah, I can see it a little bit. It's basically imprinted. Is that would that be the best?
It's embossed.
Embossed is that what it's called? Okay. I'm not an English major. I don't really know these things very well, so I don't really know words. But
so all it says is Cyclone Strength Incorporated in that larger circle. And then in the little circle, it says corporate Nebraska, and then 2021.
Why corporate Nebraska? What is that?
Because that's the state that that my company was founded in.
Okay. This is all new to me. I'm learning. I like learning something new every day, and if you can enlighten me with things, I greatly appreciate it. So, anything?
It's pretty cool.
Anything? Where can we find more information? Do you have a website, or do you have anything for further updates?
Currently working on the website. It's slow process. It's slow going because I'm like, I don't know. I don't feel good about things that I put on there, so I'm like, I need to take this down. I need to, fix it. But for any business inquiries, you can contact me at KalenH@cyclonestrength.org. We specialize in programs and personalized coaching. Pricing varies and is available upon request.
So is the price like, you say it varies, so like, by varies, do you mean like it's tailored specifically to your client?
Yes.
And like it's like how do you tailor it? How do you decide how to price it?
So a general 6-week program, or a general 6 to 8 week program right now costs $225, and that includes a $25 consultation fee. And that's solely because of like the labor put into all, like 99% of this is the labor that's put into it, plus like $50 for the program itself. But $25 for the consultation, plus $200 for the program itself, plus a small write-up. Depending on the program and the difficulty of being able to do that, it will come with a video demonstrating some things. I guess that kind of depends on where you're at. Somebody that's a little bit like more experienced in fitness and working out will not get a video because they really don't need it with a lot of the stuff, because a lot of that stuff will be pretty basic. But then somebody like, and I'm not going to name drop my first client, is going to get a full video. That way I can demonstrate things and I can kind of give tips and kind of, I don't want to say triggers, but cues. Cues is what I'm looking for. So I can give tips and cues to kind of help them understand ways to make things not easier, but make things so that they work more in sync with each other. Kind of like push-ups. A lot of people don't know that you need to squeeze your shoulder blades together, so that way it's literally just like bench press, but with your body, so that your body is pushing against your shoulder blades as you are doing the push-up.
I've been doing push-ups wrong then.
It's much easier when you do that because your entire body becomes a lot more tense is the feeling, but your entire body becomes a lot more kind of in sync. It works much more fluidly. No, nobody would ever think of that, Joe. Like 100%. You would, everybody knows that push-ups are like the body weight version of bench press. It's for your chest. It's for your triceps. It's for your shoulders. But nobody ever thinks like it's bench press. Why not treat it just like a bench press? You just don't have the bench there. Well, your body doesn't know that, does it? No. Your body has zero idea. So as long as you have that tension built up right there, you're going to be able to do that.
So then, is there a specific grip then? Because you said you need to have your elbows in so that your shoulders are kind of like tight, right? Am I understanding?
You don't need to have your elbows in. Just don't go super wide because because that takes a lot of the stress off of your arms, and you want to have enough stress on your arms that you are hitting both. Because when you're only hitting just your chest, it's it's closer to a fly than it is to like a bench press. And so I usually do it where my hands end up just on the outside of my shoulders. And the most important thing to remember is to keep your shoulders over your hands. So that way you're pressing up through the heel of your hand instead of pressing up through the most of your hand. Because you need your whole hand on the ground. How else are you going to stay there? But if you are pressing up through a majority of your hand, you're going to be putting a lot of stress on your wrist right about there. As somebody who's broken his wrist, I can speak very clearly on this.
You've broken your wrist doing push-ups, or just
I was hurdling.
Oh, okay.
I miscounted on 110-meter hurdles, and instead of doing 3 steps, I accidentally did 2.5.
Half step? I thought half steps only exist in music.
It's a technical term more than anything.
See, I never ran track, and because I just didn't. Yeah. I couldn't do. Oh, hello there. What you got there in the background?
That would be my brother. Hey, say hi. You're live. Hi.
What's up? I was like, that caught me off guard. I hope we're not demonetized for that.
You can see how thin your back is.
I know, I'm skin and bone.
Yeah, do more pull-ups.
I do.
Yep, we're banned.
No, you're right.
Banned from that.
It's on the stream.
What are you holding at your house, Finn? Are you just holding shirtless guys? Just that is that what you do?
He never wears a shirt around the house. It's so confusing because it's cold out. It's cold in our house. This is probably the warmest room in the house, and I'm like, if I don't wear a shirt, I'm gonna freeze. If I don't wear socks, I'll freeze back here.
Dude, my friend's the same way. Like his dad, his brother, and himself, they just don't wear shirts when they're in the house.
Now, there are a lot of times where I won't wear a shirt. In the house is not one of them. Dude, especially since I've been bulking, I've gained like more fat than I've ever had on my body. And I'm still at like 11% right now. Since my cut went too well, and I ended up at 7% in like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have calipers too, so you can actually measure that yourself at any time. So that's nice.
$400 super calibrated calipers.
Wait, so how often do you have to get those calibrated? And how much is it?
You buy them calibrated.
Oh, so they won't ever get out of calibration?
No, these ones aren't spring loaded, so they're good.
So are they hydraulic then?
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering because like me who works on cars sometimes, like torque wrenches.
I'm pretty sure that they're hydraulic. I know for 100% that they're not spring loaded. Like I don't remember where I put it, but I've got this really big $20 caliper that I've got, and it works perfectly fine. Like I would probably use it on 99% of clients, like in person, but it's spring loaded. So there's a good chance that it could end up needing to be calibrated at some point. And I would literally just buy another spring and throw it in. I'm not too worried about, how it being accurate to like the 0.5% or whatever.
And that measures body fat, right? Not BMI.
Yeah.
Because I hate, I'm sorry, but I hate BMI. I hate because it doesn't account your muscle mass or water weight or anything like that.
Well, water weight's stupid, first of all. Secondly,
there you go. I'm not the one who has a degree in kinesiology or something, whatever it is. So,
water weight's damn near negligible, in my opinion.
Okay.
Now that's literally just my opinion. You could find somebody with a doctorate that's all like, "Oh yeah, I agree with him." You could find somebody with a doctorate that's like, "No, he's stupid. What are you talking about?" But like, it doesn't take into account for lean mass at all. Like, if you look at Ndamukong Suh's 20% body fat ish. Ndamukong Suh weighs nearly 400 pounds.
I didn't know he's that heavy.
Yeah. Well, unofficially, he weighs nearly 400 pounds. And that's just the rumor on the street. The street being forums where strength and conditioning students gather. Some that have done internships with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But, like, think about that. 20% body fat at 400 pounds. That's, 80 pounds?
At 400 pounds? 20%. Divide 400 by 5. That's, 80 pounds. I believe it's 80 pounds.
So, 80 pounds of fat. He's probably got about, 50 to 80 pounds of bones? That's 40%.
I never took an anatomy class either, so I don't even know. Well, I wouldn't be able to tell you where the fibula is or anything like that.
So that's, first of all, it's the fibula. It's the tibia.
See, there you go. I just proved my point.
The fibula is the non-weight bearing bone in your lower leg. The tibia is your shin bone. The fibula is the one that holds the calf. So you can break your fibula and you'll never know. It'll hurt, but you can walk. You can do anything. Bones are their money. Yeah. Bones are their money. But think about that. If he's 80% this, add in probably, we'll say 20 pounds of water weight. And that's being super generous.
So we have the 80 plus about 40 pounds of bones. So you said 40, right?
So that's 120.
120.
So we'll say 160 plus 40. Did I 40 or 20? No, 180. Okay. 180. 180 pounds of whatever. The rest is lean mass. That's a lot of lean mass. That's more lean mass than I have on my body, than I have weight on my body.
Dude, I don't even weigh 180 pounds.
Like, you don't weigh 180 pounds. You don't weigh as much as his, negligible weight.
Yeah. Yeah, I weighed in yesterday at 174, so.
Man, that makes me feel bad because I'm sitting at 196.
I mean, you're skinnier and you're skinnier and lankier. You're skinnier, lankier, and taller than me. So, yeah. Oh, I guess I gotta do mine too.
Oh, dude, look at that peak! What? Look at that peak! Oh, the vascularity.
Oh no, I don't flex. I don't flex. Sorry, I'm not gonna do it again.
I literally only flex to force more blood into the muscles when I'm working out.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. I tend to stretch out my arms a lot and move my arms a lot too around after doing some workouts just to get some. I don't know. It just makes you feel
stretching
better.
After workout is really good.
That's what I do too.
It can help. Stretching after workout can help reduce soreness by up to 70%.
That's what I make sure to stretch out before and after working out.
No, before. Don't do it before because that actually makes the muscle weaker.
What about when on a treadmill?
You're tearing the muscle.
What about on a treadmill though? Stretching out the legs.
Stretching.
Stretching out the
legs.
That's
not stretching.
No, before going on a treadmill.
Not stretching. Oh, before going on a treadmill, I wouldn't do it.
Really?
Unless you're doing ballistic stretching, I wouldn't do it.
Okay, so I need to stop stretching then.
So if you're doing a dynamic warm up where you're doing ballistic stretching, i.e., you're bouncing to get more of a stretch in.
No. I just do the
on top. Like the quad and the hurdler stretch and stuff like that?
Yeah, I just need to stretch out the groin, the calves,
Stretch out the
hamstrings.
groin. What do? You do like squat down and like spread your legs?
I do the lean. I spread my legs and then I lean and on the opposite knee and then kind of go back. I think I don't know. That's a track thing too. I think.
I thought you did like the Meg the Stallion type stretch where you just like squat down and just like come on in, boys. I'm too classy for that, I guess. Actually, I don't have an OnlyFans. So I don't have an OnlyFans, so that's why I don't do it. If I had an OnlyFans, then maybe I would do it. Speaking of which, when's your OnlyFans coming out? Don't you have an OnlyFans coming out too? I think Austin has an OnlyFans coming out also. That's true.
I thought you guys are supposed to have an OnlyFans. Come on, guys.
I do need to create the OnlyFans where I just talk about sports naked.
I'm trying to. I've been saving my scholarship money that I don't have.
Got some cash burning a hole in your pocket.
Yeah, for your guys' OnlyFans.
Finley fans coming soon.
I'm gonna use my subsidized Direct Plus loans or whatever all the loans, federal aid to pay for OnlyFans. Yes, government, Department of Education. My money has been going towards education. I am learning a lot of things.
I'm learning a lot. I've decided I'm no longer an electrical engineer and I'm now a sports journalist. I've been learning a lot.
I've been learning a lot using your money.
So I have a genuine question.
Go ahead.
You and those watching. So I've heard multiple different versions of my name. Is my name Finnegan or is my name Finley? Because I've been hearing both recently and a lot.
I don't like. In all honesty, if my opinion matters, which I don't think it does, I don't like either of them. I just rather call you Finn.
I mean, you gotta have a full name. Finston.
Joe brought up Finston. He's gonna be the Finston Cup champion. NASCAR.
That's not the worst. I will admit, it's different. I'm white. I'm white enough that it could work. I have a FaZe Clan shirt after. I have multiple FaZe Clan shirts.
So Joe says Finston. Finley. Austin says Finley. If I had to choose, I'd probably say Finnegan, but I don't like either of them. I don't even like Finston. Sorry, Joe. Just Finn. Finn just seems like but because that's what I know you. I know you as Finn. So it'd be like, people know me as Jason, but it'd be like if you change my name to Dave. Like if someone starts calling me Dave. Like this just doesn't sound right. It just doesn't sound right.
So I have heard more Finley than anything. That makes me a little bit sad. Because for those of you that don't know, Finn is not my real name.
You've been lying to me for years?
I've been lying to you for 4 years, man.
God damn it. Jeez. It's
wild.
I'm not even dating you and somebody betrays me. God, not even a girl. My own friends are betraying me now.
Hey, at least feel better, because if you didn't know, Anthony's real name is actually Tony Baloney.
See, I already knew that, though. I knew that.
Yeah, that's because I told you.
I knew that because I hung around with you guys on 6th floor at Buchanan all the time. I used to dick around in your guys' dorm all the time.
I just came on. No, Jer, I'm sorry, man.
Welcome in, Jarlar.
I apologize, Jer. I apologize so much. Oh, speaking of Jared, and this just reminded me, because he's one of my favorites ever. Dylan Sainer just followed me on Twitter, guys.
Saw that. You screenshotted it. I think it was last night. Last night, I think you screenshotted it. I saw that in.
I challenged him to a CS:GO 1v1, and he followed me off of that tweet because I'm pretty sure all of the ATC guys were following me on Twitter.
It makes sense.
On top of that,
I mean, you're part of Around the Corner, though. Also,
I am part of Around the Corner. On top of that, I might be getting the WRNL gaming account.
I didn't know they had one.
They do.
I know nothing about Wide Right and Adelaide other than
they just got verified.
That's awesome.
A bunch of SB Nation affiliates did, so it's not like it's.
Well, I mean, still, it's a good thing that they.
It's
verified.
cool. It's cool. But like, it's not like it's anything special.
My opinion is that if WHO Sound Off, which is like a big like sports show here in Central Iowa on Sunday nights, if they follow you, then you actually mean something. Yeah, I think aren't you, Charlo? Aren't you going down to? I don't know if you're going down to Tampa, but I thought somebody from Wide Right's covering Super Bowl. I thought it was Charlo.
Jay, there's no way that you're going down to Tampa Bay. What?
Somebody's going. I don't remember who it is.
No, because
he's doing it on Zoom. Okay.
Because Jay works for a newspaper in Sigourney,
Iowa. I think that sounds
Sigourney,
Iowa.
Okay. That sounds Iowa. Yeah.
I can't remember. There's so many small towns in Iowa, but like you kind of hear about them as a student at Iowa State because like a lot of people that go to Iowa State are from small towns in Iowa, like even
so
like
that's
Huxley
why,
and stuff like that. So
yeah.
you got Huxley. I hear about Huxley. Heard about Lake City. I don't know if Mason City is really a small one, but I think Mason City has Iowa Central Community College, something like that. You just hear about a lot of smaller cities. Ogden. So,
dude, I want to know why Ottumwa has a
Fort Dodge,
freaking Amtrak station.
Fort Dodge, thank you for that.
I want to know why Ottumwa has an
Amtrak
station.
I know
Beatrice
the Quad Cities is in talks of getting an Amtrak station, so it actually is shocking that Ottumwa got one before then.
No, they've had one.
Yeah, it's shocking that they've had one, and the Quad Cities hasn't had one. Quad Cities is much bigger. A decent barbecue place. So that's why.
They've got a good barbecue place.
That's why. Yeah,
we got a good barbecue.
We don't have barbecue in the Quad Cities. We have our own style of pizza called Quad City style pizza. I think there's a own Wikipedia article about it too. If not, it got deleted. If it's not around anymore, it got deleted. But we do have.
That sounds bad.
People, it's mixed. It's because the way Quad City style pizza is, it's the toppings go underneath the cheese.
No, I'm sorry.
The toppings go underneath the cheese, and the biggest pizza place in the Quad Cities is Harris Pizza. But honestly, I think Pizza and Subs does it better. There's a place called Pizza and Subs. It's less greasy. Like the problem with Harris is that it's so greasy. Like they use because you got to use all that cheese to cover the toppings. But one of my least favorite facts about myself is I was born in Dubuque.
I was not born in Dubuque. My least favorite fact about myself is that I exist.
Do you want to talk about it? I feel like I did. I will drive the 250 miles to give you a hug. Let's give it F in the chat for Finn.
The 4 hours even to get
to
Beatrice for names.
Actually, that's probably not a good idea because of how the roads are. The roads are probably not going to be all that good right now.
No, they're not great.
I don't know if it's
right now.
I don't know if it snowed for you over in Beatrice, but here it didn't snow much, but it's the roads are covered and there's ice underneath it too. So and it's all gonna freeze again. So we got that. I thought it was supposed to freeze. I thought it was supposed to snow all day today, but apparently not. Apparently that.
Dude, you guys had blizzard conditions though.
Yeah, then again though I was like asleep for probably most of it because.
Oh, that sounds like you.
Here's the thing. I have one class on Thursdays, and that's at 4:10. So, like, I'm going to use that opportunity to catch up on some sleep because, I was falling asleep. I felt like I was falling asleep at the wheel on Tuesday, just driving the fairway. Because I was so exhausted. 16 credits, man. I didn't realize 16 credits. It's been a while since I've taken 16 credits as an engineer. And so I had completely forgotten how much work that is. So I've been quite exhausted over the past 3 days, even though it's only week 2. But I got my first exam on Friday. Opens up Friday, so yeah. Welcome to being a double E. That's awesome.
Joe, love you, man.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by again. You're a champion for staying up with us that one night you were on the show. So.
Oh my God, yeah. Joe. God, that night was bad. That was a bad show. Probably our worst show.
Sarcasm. Good. So I mean, Joe has to get used to staying up late or just getting up in the middle of the night because I believe he's going to be a father.
He's going to have a kid.
Yeah,
he's going to have a kid. So Joe, you know what, Joe? We can train you on that.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy.
If Twitter had the option to actually call people like Snapchat does, I will call him at like 3 a.m. I will call Joe.
Oh, Jared, we've talked about this. You're going to be on this show 100%. It just depends on your work. I didn't know that you weren't working tonight, man.
Yeah, if you're free, we're all. Oh my god, my voice just sounded like really weird.
Let me know the next time you don't work, because right now the 11th, 25th are filled. But
bless
you. Oh, burps.
Can we just? Maybe I should just rename the show the Finn Burps all the time.
Tequila makes me burp, man. I don't know what it is.
It's got weather. Okay.
Dude, sick. Nobody. I don't think that anybody really could have predicted that the weather was just going to turn like that. Aside from everybody last night.
So is this supposed to like be super super cold for you this weekend?
Yeah,
it's supposed to be like below zero this weekend for us.
Define super super cold.
Below zero, like 5 and below.
Well, real feels supposed to be like 3 below.
Okay.
So it's not like super super cold.
No. See, I can actually handle like if people complain about like 20-degree and like 10-degree weather and stuff like that. It's like, I don't know. I'm a cold weather person. I do it. March will be easier because it's in between basketball and track season. You cover track too. Okay. I always wondered how, like, real quickly, Jarlar, I want to ask you, since you're actually a sports journalist, I believe, what do you have a sport that you just do not and just hate and despise covering? Because I always wondered, like, the newscasters, sportscasters on local TV and stuff, there's got to be some sports that they don't want to be there covering.
I swear he's going to say volleyball, and I'm going to ban him.
Like, I honestly wonder if some places really, or some sportscasters actually enjoy covering lacrosse or something.
5 high schools. Dude, lacrosse would be fun.
Okay, wrestling. Good. Wrestling is one you don't. And you have to cover bowling? Really?
Yikes. Nebraska has a championship bowling team, by the way.
How do you write a story on bowling? We'll have to talk about that when we get you on the show. If you'd like to be on the show, I'd say contact Finn, because he's more the one or the guest organization. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
He's already in my DMs all the time, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Like watching a birthday party before. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. So he said if you're watching this on YouTube or if you missed the chat, Jarlar says, bowling is like watching a birthday party for 4 hours and I have no clue what's happening. Honestly wish I could have ALC or something to make it better. Allegedly. So,
dude, Jared only deals in allegedlys.
Allegedly. He must watch Letterkenny then. He must watch a lot of Letterkenny. I hope he doesn't fucks with tradition. I hope he doesn't fucks with tradition. You can confirm, because see, I got it. If you say allegedly a lot, you know. Either one, you're a lawyer, or two, you watch Letterkenny. Here's Wayne.
2 Halloween parties. Good God.
Wayne.
Good God.
Pitter patter. Gotta also hold the. I don't have a beer bottle because me not drinking anymore, but hold it by the neck and just like drink it like that. I don't think it's Wayne that does it, but it's been a while. It's been over a year since I watched Letterkenny, so I kind of brush up. See, here's the thing: the person that I was using their Hulu account, they graduated, so then now they don't have Hulu. So I'm like, I'm SOL on that Hulu. I can't watch Letterkenny anymore unless I pirate it, which I'm not an expert at being a pirate, so I don't really know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. I'd have to ask my friend because they know.
Is Letterkenny a Hulu exclusive?
I think so.
Oh damn!
It's a Hulu exclusive.
Because if it's on live TV, then
I think it's on live TV in Canada, maybe, because it is a Canadian show. Or sorry, not live TV, but like television. It's broadcasted on television. for the US. I'm not sure. I can't confirm this, but for some reason I thought it was on TV, kind of like how Top Gear's on BBC.
Ooh, it's on Crave. Just get a VPN.
Crave. Oh, I didn't know. Crave up. Okay, Crave in Canada. Our friendly neighbors in.
Yeah, just get a VPN and then pop yourself into Canada.
I hope it works because we tried the VPNing for Netflix thing. That doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, it does.
Didn't work for me.
I do it. What VPN? Was it a free one?
No, it's a VPN that goes through my antivirus, and it actually does work because I VPN to London, and I've actually gotten content for me from other websites in London. Like I've gotten news tailored towards me that you find in London, and I've actually been to London, so I actually know what like my homepage will look like.
Yeah. You and your fancy fucking English tea and shit.
Dude, I wish I had it. I used to have it. I just put it away for like the first time in almost a year because I took that bag in my hotel room. It's stuck in my book bag, and it's just been in my book bag for a while until like last week where I pushed it out. But I don't know. Because I was told by my friend because he uses ExpressVPN, and ExpressVPN is a really good VPN. I like that one. He said that Netflix is kind of cracking down on the whole like region VPNing thing,
they can't stop it.
Even with YouTube, like so the weird thing about YouTube is that if I use YouTube on desktop or a computer, it doesn't work. The VPN just doesn't work. It just knows where your actual location is. But if I use it on my phone, if I use the YouTube app on my phone and I'm VPN'd, then it thinks I'm in like Australia or London or anything or Canada. I've actually listened to music that hasn't released in the US yet because I VPN'd to Australia and I listened to it on YouTube. So it works on phone, but it doesn't work on like YouTube, this in specific YouTube. So I wonder I wonder if it works on NordVPN. See, Nord kind of lost my respect when they started doing some really shady stuff. Or actually, I think they had it was like a year and a half ago, they had something happen to them. I think they got compromised or something. I don't remember what it was, but it was basically like every YouTuber that was like sponsored by them didn't want to be sponsored, didn't want to have them as a sponsor for an indefinite period of time. And I know one YouTuber that I watch, he doesn't even consider Nord anymore. He won't have Nord sponsor any of his videos.
Nord was hacked.
Okay, that's what it was. I forgot. I know they had something.
They had an internal key exposed, it says.
Oh, that's terrible. No, you can't have that. You are a security company. You specialize in internet security, and you have that happen to you. You can't be advertised. So I understand these YouTubers and those people's frustrations. If you advertise your product as being the safe thing, but yet you can't even keep yourself safe, how are we supposed to trust that your product will work? Kind of like Volvo's autopilot and auto braking system. You know, if you advertise that your cars are going to stop, but yet you do an internal demonstration where your Volvo just runs into a person and doesn't stop.
Brother, you had the best jab at Tesla right there, and you missed by a mile.
Okay, well, if
Unbreakable windows smashes it with a baseball bat.
Yes, there's also that one too, and I mean Elon. I do have a rebuttal.
I do have a rebuttal for that though. They're a privacy company, but they're not a company that's supposed to be able to protect your password. More importantly, they're not a company that advertises themselves as somebody that can protect corporate entities from having internal keys be found. Because internal keys aren't that hard to find. They just take time and a little bit of effort. Now, they'll protect you from your internet. They'll protect what you're doing from your internet service provider, from anybody else that's on the network, i.e. honeypot networks that have been set up. They'll protect you from, your employer, whoever, right? That's what they promise. They don't promise that your passwords are safe. They don't promise that your accounts won't be hacked. They just promise that you won't be caught doing whatever you're doing, and that you won't be seen where you're at.
Is that Nord specifically?
No, that's all VPNs. I don't think that I've seen a single VPN that's all like, yeah, you won't get fucking hacked using us.
See, I disagree there because I've actually attended a cybersecurity engineering professor's lecture on how to on internet security, and
now maybe like in person, right? But like, have you ever seen an ad for ExpressVPN where the YouTubers all like, you know, oh man, this thing saved all my passwords. I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know.
They never say it saved all my passwords, but it's all about, one, keeping your connection secure and safe from intrusions. Intrusions is the big word there.
Which would be like on a
security compromise.
Like on a public Wi-Fi network.
Yeah, there's that too.
I think I said that, but I might not have said it very clearly. But like, you know, and NordVPN advertises themselves as doing that. As somebody who's used NordVPN for the past 5 years, I've never seen a problem. I've never had a single problem with it. I have 38 compromised passwords, and not a single one of them are from when I can guarantee you that not a single one of them was something that I ever used while using NordVPN. They're all like weird sites. They're all, you have to make an account with us in order to view our content. I'm like, I just want to read this one article. Fine, fuck off.
I'm gonna let people in a secret here. I hope Netflix or sorry, I think it's Netflix, and I think even Amazon might do it too. I hope they don't see this. They will never see this. But I have learned, and this has actually been confirmed by one of my friends who's been doing this for years, that for some reason, if you have a Gmail account, and say you register for Netflix, you know how Netflix gives you like a free trial, right? For like new users.
Right.
What you can do is that you can, so say I'll use Austin, I guess, for an example here. So let's say his email is austin.roberts at gmail.com.
Fucking name drop him, damn.
It's on his Twitter. We for how the first 2 months we were like, follow Austin J. Roberts on Twitter.
Oh, fair.
So say that's his name, and so he signs up for Netflix. He gets his free trial. Once his free trial is up, what you can do is that you can move the period somewhere else in the email address. So if he wants to put a.ustin Roberts, Netflix will see that as a new email, and you can use that to basically extend your free trial or get a new free trial. So you can essentially just get unlimited free trials as long as you just move the period around. And this is a fact. This has actually worked. I've never tried it myself, but I have a reliable source that does use that method.
I'll have to try that out sometime.
Which is kind of crazy to me to think that, that actually works.
I'll have to try that out and report back. It's a week free trial?
I don't know. I've never had to pay for Netflix in my entire life. I've had access to 3 Netflix accounts. So
damn.
So
you should watch Disenchantment. It's a fun show.
See, I gotta be serious. Okay, my sister got me a Netflix. She has a Netflix, and she put the family on it, and so I have my own Netflix account now too. But like, if I would say,
Jared knows what's up with Disenchantment.
See, I gotta be careful with what I watch on certain accounts. If I'm on my ex-girlfriend's account, then I gotta be real careful. And if I'm on what you refer to as COVID Coochie's account, I don't think I have to be as careful at all. But I think they'll just let me have it. So I guess Netflix. No, stop that. I hate that you just did that. I really hate that you did that. No, bad. Not at all. No. I mean, I know Valentine's Day is coming up, but like, no. No. I'd I'd have to be horny on Maine for that to happen. And speaking of being horny on Maine, I gotta show you something. We had...
Oh my god.
So, all right, see you, Jared. Thank you for stopping in. We appreciate it. Appreciate it so much.
Good night, Jared. Love you, man. I like that though.
I gotta talk about this email. So Iowa State student. I don't think you got it because I think I don't know how long after graduation your ISU email is valid, but I don't know if
I haven't checked it forever.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know if it's I don't know how the post grad stuff works.
It could be dead.
Yeah, I really don't know. But when I use my ISU email address, yes, it was the Daily Dose. It was the Daily Dose, and I think I've seen you on Reddit, Jarlar, before. So it was circling Reddit, but I definitely got it for my email. Every student got it. And, reply all email chains are bad. At the very best, they're annoying. Or sorry, at the very worst, they're annoying. At the very best, they're hilarious. But this one was just, who used to sell ads for that? It gets a 60% open rate, and now people are talking about the Daily Dose. So, gang. I use my ISU email address for it's basically my second professional email address. And when I see someone being horny on Maine like this, sorry, I gotta remove these overlays.
Ooh.
Like, what kind of subject line is this, and who was responsible for this?
Netflix and chill, or
yeah, it's like brave bow.
Kiss
I can't even read.
Or kiss the PP, lick.
Yeah, it's like
booty.
Netflix and chill, or sucky lick my asshole, come in my butt. Like that's what I interpret it as.
I will never forget the fact that you.
I mean, that scares me kind of, Jared.
Come in my butt part.
What?
I'll never forget that you just added the come in my butt part randomly.
Well, I don't know, what is that supposed to... See, I'm old. I'm a boomer. I don't use
I like
emojis.
How Netflix and chill literally stands for what they put for the second part.
I know. Like, I don't really use emojis when I text. Actually, when I text, I'm very boring when I text. I'm very professional in the way I text. I text like I write my papers. So
I use what are called emotes, which are exclusive to Discord and Twitch because I am cringe.
How often do you put pog after your text messages?
Pag chomp.
Pag champ.
Pag chomp.
But it's just this email.
It's bad. It's bad.
And we had there was somebody on from the Daily. I forgot what their position was or what their job title was. They went on the subreddit and basically explained, hey, this wasn't us. We used an external ad agency to send out these emails. So they weren't responsible for it. The problem is, like, I don't... Model farm, okay, so if this is actually true, it's hard for me, like, I want to believe it, but at the same time, it's... I don't know. There's some sort of mental.
It makes too much sense. How out of touch is that?
There's a mental blockage in my mind because the Daily has just fallen from grace, in my opinion.
Oh, dude, did you see the fucking Jim Crow shit they posted today?
I don't think I read the Daily Dose today.
Oh my god, no, it wasn't. It was a guest column. It said college football playoff is the modern day equivalent to Jim Crow.
They said college football.
The college football playoff is the modern day sports equivalent of Jim Crow. And I'm like, hold on. It's because I graduated. People are asking. Is it because Gerlar graduated?
Jared ordered the BFD cards for food discounts. No, I don't know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, are you talking about the P cards? Is that, I think that's what they're called, the P cards for that, like, dorm people had for, like, special events. I'm not sure.
If BFD stands for big fucking dick, I'm banning Jared from chat. I don't care.
I am kind of worried that I am walking into a trap when he said BFD. I feel like he might be trying to get me, and he would be, big freshman discount. It was a nice. See, I used to work with ISU Dining, and this is something I've never heard about. I've never heard about the big freshman discount card. We only were familiar, so from my experience in management at ISU Dining.
ISU Daily.
Stay Daily. I'm going to click on this link and get a virus. Okay, let me.
I want to do this too.
Okay, so that's what it looks like. Is what Jared just sent in. I've never seen this.
Sounds kind of stupid.
Maybe it popped up, after I left dining.
Granted, you also worked at the Memorial Union.
But here's the thing: that's what we would get. We would get a lot of the discount cards and stuff like that at the Memorial Union. We'd get a lot.
Oh yeah, because Memorial Union had the good shit. They had like Chester's. Oh. Chester's was sick.
Discord is like freaking out on me.
Oh no, weird. It's not my end. I can tell you that.
It's what the hell? It was like twitching out. Still kind of twitching out. Dude, you are like. I mean, it's not showing this on stream, but it's bad for me just because like I'd have to focus my attention away from the camera. So it was for like restaurants around Ames, nothing involving. Okay, so it wasn't about ISU Dining.
I see. Big freshman discount. So could you only get it if you were a freshman? How did they prove that you were a freshman?
So what year did you work on this?
Which Orange Leaf Beats Bit Extreme, Herbert and Gerbert.
I'll pop this in so we can promote it.
Herbert and Gerbert? What?
Get these overlays off again. The big freshman discount card. This walk and roll Estas. I don't know, Estas a taco buffet. Which was Orange Leaf? No, I didn't. Just because I've always gone to Stas like after hours when the
Oh yeah, no, it's.
I've never actually gone there I've never actually gone there for lunch.
It's like lunchtime thing.
Because I was never really.
know that Estas is your favorite thing, Jer. What's the line, Jer? What's the line?
The what?
Jer, what's the line?
Rick City is a good one, but it's interesting for any.
The fucking Estas line that like you talk about all the time, or is that Jason that talks about it all the time?
I mean, I don't know of anything about a line at Estas, but
isn't it? It's like an ad line. God, what am I? I'm out of it, guys.
I used to go to Stas all the time when I was
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about, Jer. Like you talk about like I'm pretty sure you've talked about one like tagline more than any other one.
I really appreciate your Discord if you'd stop twitching out on me. Weird. I don't know if it's just because I'm using two monitors and it's doing this now. Like you were having a seizure on my screen. It is,
dude.
Weird.
I'm having a mental seizure all the time.
Weird. Well, I mean, with some of the things I've heard, I also have a mental seizure. Yeah, two monitors. I mean, I like having two monitors because it allows a lot more productivity. But I think
anybody want to see
for now it's
anybody want to see the bite mark from when I carried a girl by nothing but her teeth?
Oh well, I have a nice teeth. I'm sorry, I just stopped doing that. I just like
what? That doesn't even make sense.
Because I made a face. You weren't looking, but I made a face. I was like, and there's hey. So like, yeah.
I do know that I have very straight teeth, and I enjoy that.
Braces.
All right, never had braces.
Nice. Fuck you, yeah. Discord. Stop having a seizure. I have to keep my mouse on screen because I don't know if it's because there's a notification. So you can see this on the bottom. I don't know if it's because I have a notification down there or what.
Jared,
I wasn't doing this
Jared,
earlier.
you know who else has 2 monitors? Jared, do you know who else has 2 monitors?
All right,
We all know who else has 2 monitors.
I fixed it. Oh.
I'm pretty sure one of his monitors is RGB though, and Jason doesn't have any RGB monitors.
So I have an old 1080p monitor, Asus monitor that my old roommate gave to me from like 2012. This is what this 12. And on the right, over here, I have a 40-inch Samsung TV that I'm using because
40-inch.
Yes.
Good God.
Yeah, because I got a second TV. My parents gave me their old living room TV, so I'm like, oh, I have the one that I already had in my apartment. Now I got to move it somewhere. I guess I'll use it as a second monitor. And, it's been working well.
Damn.
It's been working well.
Dude, hot damn.
I'm not high, but I really think you sound, think about it, you sound like Noel Miller. I don't know who that
I don't know
is.
who that is.
Is that directed towards me or Finn? That's
the question. That's Noel Miller?
Jarlar. Jason.
No, I know who that is.
Let me take a look.
That's definitely directed towards you.
Let me take a look. I will take a look.
Dude, I love Noah Miller. Actually, he's part of Small Meat Gang.
I have caps lock on for some reason. Let me take a look.
He's part of the Small Meat Gang with Cody Ko.
Okay, I could probably get my hair to look like that. If I actually cared.
You should care. I think you'd look sick like that.
Okay, so the thing about my hair is that
Tiny Meat Gang. No, you're right. It's Tiny Meat Gang.
Tiny Meat. I don't know if you've ever. But first off, real quickly, Jarlar, the only interaction I had with you was at the Camping World Bowl down in Florida because I went down there, and I made a snarky joke about Nebraska, and you got. I don't know if it's just you were upset because the game was so bad because we were getting killed or what. But I made a joke about Nebraska and then you just went off about who gives a fuck about Nebraska? Something is like Nebraska doesn't mean shit here. Or I don't know. He started going off. You started going off in the student section. You're a Northwestern fan. Oh.
He does say go Cats. I don't know why he says go Cats. I'm pretty sure. Jared, aren't you a Northwestern fan for the meme?
Were you wearing a Northwestern shirt a couple days ago?
He wears a Northwestern shirt a lot.
Well, I know
or
you
at least
fan.
a jacket.
Go Cats, roll clones, and roll credits. We'll see you next week.
I was in fact wearing a Northwestern shirt yesterday. University of Northwestern St. Paul.
Is that
something about Eagles?
Is that Minnesota?
My sister's gonna play softball.
Ah, nice. Does that not ACHA? That's hockey. God.
D3.
D3. Okay. NAI. No. The NAI is different. So it's NCAA D3. Okay, got it.
NAI. So it goes JUCO, then NAIA, and then D3.
Yeah, I like the ACHA. I pay attention to ISU hockey, and I used to go to a lot of their games before COVID happened and stuff like that. I used to have their flex packs. Used to use those. Love ISU hockey. I love the ACHA. I kind of just wish.
I forgot that Northwestern has a good journalism school.
Is Northwestern private or public? That's what I don't know.
No, they're public. They're just a rich kid school.
Ah, you were the hockey equipment manager.
Dude, Jared's been like all sorts of managers. If Jared said to me, he was like, hey, I was David Montgomery's jockstrap manager, I'd be like, hell yeah, dude. No, it makes sense.
Well, the only thing I would know about Jared is that I think his cover photo is him with Montgomery.
That's his banner.
Yeah. I call it cover photo.
That's his banner.
I'm still new to Twitter. Still new.
Is Northwestern private? Dude, I could have sworn
I thought they were. I thought they were, but I don't know for sure. I should ask.
I could have sworn.
I should ask somebody that I know from Evanston. They chose Iowa State.
Oh, that's funny. Wait, David's never told me that he's an Eagle Scout. What? Oh, what? Really? That's what you were talking about in the cover photo? Oh, that's sick. No, for those of you who don't know, Jared Larson is the Cyclone historian for Wide Right Natty Light, now verified on Twitter. You guys should go follow him at JR_LAR on Twitter.
Wait a minute. There's no A. There's no JA. It's not JAR.
Did I not say that?
You
No,
said JR.
JAR_LAR.
I honestly thought you were gonna mention my Twitter handle. Hey,
Also soon to be an award-winning journalist.
Hopefully.
Oh yeah, go follow him. Also go follow at Keokuk Sports. I believe that's what it's called.
Keokuk. Is that what you're right for?
Whatever it is. It's
Keokuk's kind of close to where I'm from.
Jared retweets the stuff that he posts on there.
So yeah, Keokuk is if Keokuk is in Keokuk County, which I don't really know for sure, but
He writes for their news review in Sigourney.
Yeah, if they are, it isn't. So Keokuk is not in Keokuk County. Okay, so then maybe for some reason I was thinking Keokuk. If you were in Keokuk, that's Eastern Iowa, but I don't know. Yes, just like how Des Moines isn't in Des Moines County. Des Moines County is actually in Eastern Iowa, southeastern Iowa.
Just like how Omaha isn't in Omaha County.
What's that?
Omaha's not in Omaha County.
Do you guys have an Omaha County?
I don't know. We have 93 counties. I'm not going to memorize
93 counties?
Yeah.
See, I was expecting you guys to have less.
93 counties. Omaha's in Douglas.
I just figured that with Nebraska being much more farmland, I believe geography-wise, I think
that's why. No, it's pretty gerrymandered. Like, I'm gonna be real, it's pretty gerrymandered from way back in the day.
I'm just confused as to why you'd have so many counties, because I understand why Iowa has.
Why not?
I understand why Iowa has 99 counties, which still pisses me off. Like, really, Kossuth, split your county, split your fucking county. Like, really. Like, you have, every county is like square, and then you get to Kossuth in northwestern Iowa, northwestern, north central Iowa, somewhere around there. Just this big rectangle that covers up two
county is this weird
rows.
Ass fucking big rectangle, and then the rest are like all squares.
Cherry County is Kossuth County, or equals Kossuth County.
We have a Cherry County. It's actually where Valentine, Nebraska is, and up at Valentine they have the Valentine Rapids.
I have a question for you.
On the Niobrara River.
Finn, I have a question for you. Have you ever heard of Wahoo, Nebraska?
Wahoo, Nebraska. My sister plays them in basketball. I want to say tomorrow night.
So you have heard of it. My professor graded one of my assignments.
I literally just went there on Saturday, by the way. I got harassed a lot. I'll talk about that.
Yeah, well, I'll have to have you explain. But my professor graded one of my assignments, my music professor, and one of the submissions that I submitted for an assignment was, I did it, yay, woo. Because some of the assignments, we just have to say, just enter in the text submission saying that you did it. And so I'm like, okay, I did it, yay, woo. And then he commented on my submissions after grading it that I visited Wahoo, Nebraska when I was an undergrad. So that was my whole thing about Wahoo.
Wahoo is this weird ass school that is incredibly good at volleyball and basketball. So we just decided out of nowhere to found this new athletic conference. So we used to be in the River City Conference for athletics, but then because we had so many private schools, there were only 3 public schools out of 14 schools in the conference. By the way. We decided that we were going to move. Believe it or not, I got to see my classmates play against Greg McDermott's daughter in basketball. Pretty crazy, right?
Didn't know he had a daughter.
Scott Catholic.
For some reason, I thought he only had boy kids. No, okay, sorry. I assumed their gender. I apologize.
He's got 2 kids. He's got Dougie McBuckets, and he's got Sydney the disappointment. I don't know. She goes to Creighton. She's probably going to be an accountant.
Damn! Wow! Just.
She's 6'1", built like a goddamn barrel, and that's about all she's got going for her. She played on the Under Armour Dream, but it doesn't take much aside from money. She's just a big body. That's it. She looks like an all-star. Same church as Greg when he was at the head coach at ISU and knew Doug pretty well. Dude, I love Doug. I've gotten to talk to Doug multiple times, and goddamn, I love the guy. When he was at Nick, I was so excited. When we traded for him and Ines Kanter, I was like, two absolute just like dudes that buy into the program. And then we traded him to the Mavericks, and
That's
I think
what
that
the
we
Knicks do, because that is exactly what the
I
Knicks
think that
do.
we sold. I'm pretty sure that we sold Ines Kanter to the Turkish police. I don't know. I don't know what happened to him.
I honestly believe that the Knicks would probably trade somebody for a G League player.
Dude, the Knicks would be like Luka Garza. He was player of the year. We have 4 centers. We have 6 power. We have 6 power and small forwards. Let's draft him first pick.
You know who the Knicks need? They need a shooter. And
Luka Garza. Yeah.
No, Jordan Bohannon. Jordan
Bohannon's gonna get drafted by some random ass accounting firm. He's gonna leave his shoes every book he closes.
Oh my god.
Every time he closes an account, he's just gonna drop his Oxfords on the ground.
I probably shouldn't have.
They're gonna be like, Jordan, you've left 7 pairs of wingtips this week, and it's Tuesday.
I regret bringing up his name because I know how that just triggers you, and just you have to go on a rant about him bringing his shoes, because that quite frankly is your only argument. That's the argument that you like to pull out a lot.
Did you not see him tonight? Bohannon was running around tonight like a kid that had too much Halloween candy.
Sorry, I actually didn't get to watch the game tonight because I was in meetings.
Bohannon is a spot-up shooter, and that's literally it. The dude is not a dynamic player at all. He is incredibly static. I like Joe Wieskamp. I like Luka Garza. I'm not going to say either of the McCaffreys, because they have nothing other than one of them's on the team because his dad coaches, and the other one's there because he can pass good.
I didn't know there's 2 McCaffreys. I thought there was only one. I mean, when you said 2 McCaffreys, I thought you were talking about Fran and his son.
Patrick and Connor.
I only know about Connor. I didn't know Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick and Connor. I'm pretty sure that Patrick's the good one that can pass well. He's Alonzo that can't actually play basketball. Because Lonzo can pass. Nobody in the world can deny that Lonzo can pass the ball. He's got good vision, and he can pass the ball incredibly well. I wouldn't say he's like white chocolate level good or Pistol Pete level good, but he can pass well. For those of you that don't know, white chocolate, I'm pretty sure is a convicted domestic abuser, but whatever.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah, but he had some sick-ass passes. He was literally the Pistol Pete of my generation. Yeah, Jason Williams. Yeah. Yeah, Jared knows. Not a Rusty. Inside joke. But,
so, wait, hold on real quick. Jason Williams is the abuser? Is that what?
Pretty sure.
Oh, God.
He was convicted for something.
Oh, God. Why do every Jasons have to have a bad name? Bad like record attached to them.
Williams.
Like that makes you wonder if I'm going to be ever say, since my name is Jason, we may get canceled someday because I might not be able to do the show because whatever, because my name is Jason. What'd you find? Finn has found something.
That's not it.
Finn has not found something.
Basketball
is my favorite sport.
Jason Williams, NBA jail.
Oh, God.
Aggravated assault.
Oh, no. Can we
5
stop?
5 years in prison with possible parole after 18 months.
Can we stop beating people up?
Yeah. Aggravated assault. That's what it was.
Real quickly, I saw something from Martellus Bennett. I respect Martellus Bennett. He was I know him more so with his time as a tight end with the Bears rather than he was a tight end, rather than his time with the Packers. But I respect Martellus Bennett, and I respect him even more now when he's went on what would be basically considered a Twitter rant. But he brought up some really good points about life after football or life after sports for a pro athlete. How he was like, I just want to live a normal life. I want to be a nobody now, but you just can't do that. And he was talking about how like being a professional athlete, you're groomed to since you're like a young kid. Like it starts at Pee Wee, then just continues and continues and continues. And he went on about this like stories about how you have to basically wear a mask, and once you've been wearing a mask, I mean, yes, you should be wearing a mask in a COVID context, but like the putting on a face of a different person aspect, that's what you said. You're taught to do that very early on, and you wear that mask for so long that it just gets so thick that you don't even recognize who you are anymore, or which person you are. And I liked his insight, because I think it's something that a lot of athletes don't talk about, or probably should be talking about more often. Life after football, life after your career is done. Because let's face it, football, you're lucky to make it to 35. You're lucky to make it 35. And 35 is still young.
I don't know, man. The current guard's kind of proving that wrong. You got Drew Brees, you got Tom Brady, you've got Ben Roethlisberger. Philip Rivers just retired.
Those are all quarterbacks, though. Those are all quarterbacks. But Martellus Bennett was a tight end.
Who else matters?
I refuse to get into that.
Dude, the top tight ends, the Gronkowskis, I'm going to catch a lot of flack for this, the Hernandezes, Jimmy Grahams, all those guys that are just built to win in football, the real big fucking bruisers, are why I'm very confident that Dylan Sainer is going to get drafted. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure he's going to get drafted by Las Vegas, which makes me incredibly sad.
I would not want to have Gruden as a coach.
Gronk wants to prove my question if I'm able to talk. Dude, I want to hear that question, Jer. Hell yeah.
What do you got?
I'll hear that question. More than anything, you should definitely ask him why he chose Monster as a sponsor.
I've only seen like Gronk outside of football, just with Critical on some of his videos.
Yeah. Ryan has.
Yeah, it's Jar. You've been saying it weird. I've always read it as Jarlar.
What?
You've been saying it Jar? How are you saying it? You're saying it like the Minnesota way. How does Minnesotans say bag? You're saying like Jar.
Well, your name's Jared, isn't it?
It's Jared, but I read it as Jarlar.
I always thought it was Jarlar. Damn.
You are from Nebraska, not Minnesota. You should not be pronouncing your A's that way. I'm an engineer, so I'm supposed to have a brain. It's probably
man, I don't have a brain. I'm not an engineer. I'm not an engineer like Jason.
I'm not even an engineer yet. I still have to take my fundamentals of engineering exam and actually get my degree.
Dude, I'm not an engineer like Jason.
There's so many things. So yeah, there's so many things you have to be.
Let's just say the least, dude. Jar, I'm so sorry, man.
Jar. I was wondering why you're saying J. I thought you were saying JR. I thought you were referring as JR, but then like you're actually saying Jer.
Dude, I never meant anything by it.
J-R.
Straight up, just thought that was how it was. That's my bad. I've been proven wrong.
While Jer, according to Finn, while Jarlar gets his question up, I'm gonna bring. If I'm assuming OBS is correct here with these this viewer list, but I want to welcome in and thank you, appreciate you for stopping by and being here. Still, another TV viewer, Bot Stimpy. Hey, Bot Stimpy was our first ever viewer. What are you doing? Lurking around.
Was it Bot? Didn't Bot Stimpy promote like e-girls or something to us, like a cam girls or something?
I don't remember, but he was our first viewer. He was on our first episode. Welcome back. We appreciate you, Commander Root. You've always been here. Jarlar, thank you for being here. Great. How you doing, Bot Stimpy? This is LJ iCard. It's kind of hard for me to read from back there. And Saddest Kitty, thank you for being here. Going back to Jarlar's question. I
do like that question. The 69 yards.
So what was this?
Insightful statistic.
Okay, so this is a prove my question if I'm able to talk to Gronk. Okay, so this is in context of viewers talking to Gronk, I think. Congrats. Jarlar says congrats on the win. Dating back to college, you are 9-1 if you have over 69 yards. Nice. Receiving and 3-8 if you have fewer than 69 yards. Not nice. Have you ever thought about that stat? And if so, what does it mean to you? Using college numbers for now, but it puts pro stats later. I mean, if it actually is 69 yards, if that's actually what you're gonna do, Gronk will bite on that. He will. He will bite on that question. He will want to answer that question. And Bot Sniffy says lurking between a few streams, multiple tabs.
Everybody was playing their new Resident Evil Village demo, dude. I'm not playing the demos. I'm not even looking at videos because when that game comes out, when the new Resident Evil comes out, I want to go in fresh.
Is Village is Village the one with the
fucking massive lady that's like 9 foot?
Yeah, the one that everybody's like drooling over and having a big old wank to.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the one that everybody's like, Resident Evil's fat shaming. It's like, well, she's 9 feet tall, first of all.
Here we go. Calculate her BMI and explain why. We have a resident kinesiologist.
Why she's morbidly obese. Dude, okay, she's like 9 feet tall. Okay, first of all, if anybody gets pissed off at characters being like super fucking just massive in video games that are supposed to be like the villain, there's usually an environmental reason that they're that big. And I am 100% here for it. If they made them ridiculously thin, it would do almost the same thing. As somebody who is ridiculously thin myself, as I choose to wear black, like it's entirely just an environmental thing. It's a climate thing. Not fuck. I can't think of what I'm trying to say. Like the term that I need.
I'm gonna have to cut you off here. You've had too much. You can't think anymore.
I'm like,
do you have an Uber? Do you need me to call you an Uber?
I'm gonna walk. They're a product. Yeah, they're a product of their environment. If somebody's the main villain and they're just massive,
fuck Minexy girl.
Likely they haven't had to live like a difficult life in it, and it kind of tells part of their story. Drug streamer.
Yeah, I agree with you. There's an artistic choice as to why they made them look the way they are.
I think so. It's a story writing thing.
Unless you're Hideo Kojima, then you make every girl and everything sexual. But
yeah, dude,
just because Hideo Kojima is a horny man. Even though I respect his games, I do respect his games. The Metal Gear Solid series is my
because all of the women are going towards the dumb Americans who can't understand
the Metal Gear Solid
games
series
that aren't first person shooters.
Is my favorite game series of all. If it's not my favorite, it's one of my favorites. So I respect Kojima for that. Boobies games. Boobies games.
Death Stranding is a boobies game. I will say that now.
I thought that was Postal Simulator. Sorry, not Postal like the game, but Post Office Simulator.
Dude, Postal is such a fun game. Everybody should play that game. It is the weirdest game. It's like a drug trip.
Okay. Maybe we'll have to do it on Valentine's Day.
I'm playing through Death Stranding slowly, but I'm playing through it like probably like an hour at a time, and it's kind of fun. Like it's not something that I would like grind through personally, but like if I play an hour at a time, I can easily like make it through 100%.
I still have yet to play Death Stranding, and I've been hesitant about it. My roommate's played it, and my other friend, he has it. So
it's like a movie with a little bit of like video game.
Well, that's any Kojima game. A Kojima game is basically an interactive movie.
I mean, that's fair, but this is a movie that's like boring to play.
Oh, that kind of concerns
I'm just kind
me.
of here for the story. If I'm being real, and I'm a story-based guy. I played the Tomb Raider series, and I love it.
Oh, Tomb Raider's great.
Oh yeah. The Tomb Raider reboot is great. You haven't played it.
The original Tomb Raider, I haven't played it, but I've heard some.
All
really
like
good things
9 original Tomb Raiders are okay.
The first two are good. They're dated.
Oh, the first two are masterpiece. The first two are a masterpiece. They were so good. And then like eventually they got worse and worse because that's what happens with any game series, except for like, no, even Resident Evil got pretty bad. Let's be real. Even Resident Evil got pretty bad. Final Fantasy got pretty bad.
Pokemon's even getting
It's
bad
just-
now too.
My contribution if you try to platinum
Good
already
luck.
with you.
Good luck platinuming that game.
Dude, I stopped like halfway through Red Dead 2. It felt like once you get into the second half of the game, it just feels like a shooting gallery. And I can't stand games like that. Yeah,
so you don't like GTA then?
GTA is a little different.
GTA
for me.
5 is a masterpiece in my opinion, story-wise.
GTA 5 is fully like story driven in my opinion. It's never just like we're shooting guys so that we can get to the next part. It's we're shooting guys because that's what we do. We're fucking bad guys. We're doing heists and we're putting car batteries to nipples.
I hated that mission.
God, that was my favorite mission.
You
There was a dude that beat GTA
get
5 before it came out.
get some help.
And put it on YouTube.
Stop
and
it.
I remember
Get some help.
Dude, GTA 5 came out my freshman year of high school. And I remember watching a video a week before it came out of some dude beating the game. And I was like, that car battery mission. That's my goal. I got to get to that the day that I get the game. And I did.
You have to play for a long time to get to there because that's kind of near the end of the game.
Yeah, it's like I want to say fourth to last mission.
No, it's earlier than that, but it's past the second half of the game, and it's a long game. Like GTA 5 is a long game.
Dude, Red Dead 2 has got like a well-made game. The issue that I have though is just that Rockstar games become aside from GTA 5, but like all the GTA games before fall into this category in my opinion. And like GTA Online would fall into this.
God, fuck GTA.
But they all become just repetitive. They're all the same type of thing. Same with Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog falls into the same pitfall.
As somebody who has
The Last of Us was insane.
As somebody who had just finished playing The Last of Us, like the main story, the first one. I haven't played the second one yet. I still got to play. I will play the second one. As somebody who just finished it about 2 to 3 weeks ago, I gotta say, man, like, I thought it was clunky. I thought it was clunky as fuck.
Part of that's probably because it's so old.
It's that's the thing that bugged me the most about that game is that the game it came out in 2013. So when I started playing it, when I started playing it, it was 7 years old. It's still technically 7 years old. Even games that I played from even 7 or more just don't feel that dated. If I were to go and play Uncharted 4 right now, Uncharted 4 does not feel dated. Even though Uncharted 4 came out in 2016, so it's still newer, but but Uncharted 4 was so similar to Uncharted 3, which came out in 2013, I think 2012. Maybe even I think it was even 2011. Those games don't feel that dated, but The Last of Us was very clunky and felt very dated. And what bothers me so much is that I don't know if it was because I was playing the remastered version on PS4, and maybe when they remastered it, because remasters aren't always going to be one, especially with PS3 games, because PS3 games use the cell architecture and in completely different architecture than what the PS4 and PS5 are based upon.
Fair.
It's so that's why a lot of these PS3 games have had to be kind of basically rebuilt when they remastered them, and some of them just don't transition very well. And I'm wondering if that's the case with the remaster, because the remaster or what I played is not a 10 out of 10 game, and The Last of Us is supposed to be a 10 out of 10 game.
When I played it back in 2015, it was easily a 10 out of 10. Like 100%. 10 out of 10 game.
So that's what,
now,
yeah.
I can't say that. And I want to, if you're not willing to, then I'll get it for you. But I want, oh man, whoa. I want you to play the first game in the Tomb Raider.
The reboot. I have it.
You do?
I have it. Yeah, I got it when it was free because it was free at the beginning of quarantine.
That came out in 2013.
Yeah, I will have to play that. But
I played it again. I played it again last fall, and I think it was September.
I'd have to play it with a controller though, just to have a fair comparison. Because I play GTA with a keyboard and mouse. I do.
I do.
But since I have Tomb Raider on PC, I think in order for
you
it to be,
can't get The Last of Us on.
Yeah,
PC.
That's not a PC release. I think I would have to use my DualShock 4 for that.
Well, yeah, Naughty Dog's PlayStation exclusive publisher.
And I don't mind that. I like PlayStation. I grew up with PlayStation. I had the original PlayStation. So,
but same exact like era, you know.
I feel like though maybe
and Tomb Raider is most popular on PlayStation. I will say that. So I don't know, and a lot of it comes down to one is made by Square Enix, and one's made by Naughty Dog.
Right. You have a good night, Jarlar. Thanks.
We'll see you later.
Thanks for staying later than you even said you were going to. But we appreciate it.
You stayed like a half an hour later, man. Jar, enjoy Disenchantment. Absolutely love it. I'm gonna be finishing part tonight.
Let one of us know if you actually do want to be on the show because we'll gladly have you on, and we'll make it work.
Just let me know when, man.
Appreciate it. You have a good night. But
Tomb Raider to me doesn't feel clunky.
I kind of wonder though if I'd have to compare that to Uncharted though, because Uncharted has basically been like
the modern Tomb Raider.
Yeah, like a spiritual successor, I guess, to the original Tomb Raider, which was, I don't really know if you want to call it a spiritual successor because they've been made by two different companies, but still, like originally it was by Eidos Interactive, who actually made Time Splitters.
And Tomb Raider.
Yep, they made
Eidos Montreal.
Yep. So I kind of wonder. I just wonder how. I wonder what I'd have to compare it to, because the Last of Us is its own game. It's a new game. Nobody's really ever done anything like that.
I would compare it to The Last of Us because Tomb Raider is a very story-driven game. Without the story, it has nothing. And you can piece together more and more parts of the story with the more things that you find. In my mind, Uncharted is more
it's a linear story. Uncharted is very linear.
And Tomb Raider's not.
Okay.
Because there are challenge tombs. There are, the story itself is entirely the main goal. And the story itself follows this straight path. However, the game doesn't push you towards that. Once you enter an area, that's going to happen. There's limitations to what the AI can do and whatnot, you know? And you can't put that on the publisher or the developer at all. But then you have all these challenge tombs that you can. I've completed 17 challenges out of the Tomb Raider, and I think that I have double digits more to do. That's a lot.
And this is the original Tomb Raider,
some of them
right?
are hard. Some of them have taken me 30 minutes to complete just because of mechanics alone. And I'm fine with that.
I mean, okay, I can compare that to Uncharted though, because the Uncharted series is a lot of puzzle solving. It's linear, but it's puzzle solving.
There's a lot of environmental puzzles. Every single tomb is environmental puzzles.
Okay.
There's some tombs though that are required, but not every tomb is required.
Okay.
The challenge tombs are the ones that aren't required. Those are the ones where you go off on a complete side mission and you have to solve the environmental puzzle, which sometimes involves mechanics. And the mechanics can sometimes feel clunky, but that would be the limitations of whatever engine they're using. And I can never blame that on a developer. Because, like, I don't know, if you're using the Source engine, you're going to have quite a few limitations. Whereas if you're using the Source 2 engine, you'll have less limitations.
Same thing with Rockstar's Rage engine. The Rage engine has been used since GTA 4.
Holy shit,
which was
what?
14 years ago? That was 2007?
That scares me. That sounds like the most limited engine ever. Well, that makes sense why Red Dead Redemption 2 was kind of...
that was on the Rage engine, the same engine that GTA 5 was on, which was the same engine that GTA 4 was on. which is the
Makes sense
same engine
why-
that Red Dead 1 was on. So they've been using the same engine. They've just been tweaking it.
Makes sense why RDR2 was so clunky. Also, why Rage 2 was so clunky.
Yeah,
That makes total sense now.
you're limited by the engine, so and that's the problem. Is
Yeah.
like I like what I haven't played Cyberpunk, but you've heard the really bad stuff about it, but I've also heard like when you
A lot
actually
of
play
good
the
stuff. It
yeah,
feels,
the really,
it feels
really
good.
Like it's a new
game
it feels like a new
good.
game. And I've heard that CD Projekt Red basically built their own engine for it.
There is no engine, which is good. They put in a lot of effort. They did a really, really good job with Cyberpunk 2077. Is it a complete game? No. It's good if your computer can run it. Yeah, no, it is good if your computer can run it. Luckily, my computer can run it at a solid 60 frames per second.
Well, yeah, you
without
have
even
you have an
breaking
RTX
sweat.
card of a 3090. Do you have a 3090 or 3070?
3090.
Jesus Christ,
3090.
man. Dude, I'm still with my 1070 Ti, which still is great. Still is a great card. Still a great card.
Such a good card. You can get 300 frames per second in Counter Strike.
Yeah, I get like I do get like 300, 263, 263 on Vertigo.
And like 14 with a molly down, right?
I don't know, but
Actually, smokes drop frames more than mollies, and it pisses me off.
my biggest problem with the Cyberpunk deal, I'm surprised I haven't talked about this on the podcast before.
The game is incomplete. I'll say this, and I'll say this before you say your piece. The game is incomplete because of the crunch. They didn't have to crunch because the game was incomplete. And that's my piece on that. When you push your developers as the developer / publisher to do more than they can in a specific time frame, a game will be incomplete and you'll have an unfinished product. And that is a problem.
Things my biggest issue is how everybody was harping on the game because they're like, oh, why did they release this if it wasn't finished? Why were they? You are the reason why this game is released. You kept complaining that they kept delaying it. They kept delaying it and you got impatient. If they delay a game, it's for good reason. It's not done yet, but you kept pressuring them to release this game when they knew it wasn't done. So
honestly,
like,
we're lucky that Halo's so tied into Microsoft.
I don't understand why people are ripping the game because this is your fault. You wanted this. You wanted an unfinished game. And you have to think about this. So the biggest example that I remember is one. I can think of two, but one more than the other. The big one that I think of is Uncharted 4. That game was supposed to release in like 2014 or like a launch title for the PS4. It didn't release until about 2015, 2016 somewhere. I think it was actually 2016. It didn't release until 2016.
Oh, I do remember. I do remember them using it in the keynote.
Yeah, they kept delaying the game. I understand them delaying the game because I know Naughty Dog will delay a game. And they delayed The Last of Us 2 also a bunch of times. They're delaying it for good reason. They're delaying it because it's not finished or it's not up to their quality. And with the Naughty Dog game, even though you can say whatever you want about Naughty Dog games are still good games. They're
well-made games.
They're still good games. And so they do that for good reason. So when I say that CD Projekt Red was delaying the game, yeah, you can turn it into a meme. Turn it into a meme that they're delaying the game all the time. But understand that they're doing
the fourth time, right? Yeah.
Understand that they're doing it for good reason. Because they know the game's not done. And you also have to think about what is going on in the world. There's a global pandemic.
They can't work from the office.
Yeah, so like you have to give these developers more time to work on these games. Like it's just not going to happen. I think about this too with Call of Duty, the new Call of Duty game that came out. They needed to delay that game, but because they're published by Activision, Activision needs that money. They can't do it. And my problem is that what they're doing is that I just watched a video earlier today that a Black Ops 2 map is coming to or has been released for Cold War.
Oh,
it's Express.
Well,
it's Express.
It's the black. Oh, never mind.
It's Express.
Ship map.
So
ship map.
But that got me thinking. Like, they're releasing a lot of this post game content, and like some people were saying this should have released with the game on launch. They can't.
People are saying that about COD.
They can't do that because they didn't have the time to do that.
Hold on, people are saying that about COD, really?
Yeah, they're saying that map should have been released. Because
literally since probably Black Ops, I want to say 3, I've expected nothing but post-game releases because it just makes sense with Call of Duty. It's a game that comes out with a few multiplayer maps. Okay, we'll go with the Treyarch version, so the Black Ops kind of series, right? When the Treyarch and not Infinity Ward. So Treyarch comes out with fucking zombies and a couple of multiplayer maps, and then they've got campaign. That's Call of Duty from Treyarch. And obviously they had fucking, what was it called, Blackout or whatever.
Yeah, they added that in Black Ops 4, which had no campaign.
That was the worst battle royale I've ever played, and I've played Counter-Strike's battle royale.
I can't complain. I never really played the game though either. I got the game for free. It came with my graphics card.
Really?
Yeah. Black Ops 4 was free for me, but I never played it really, like at all.
Dude, I didn't play it except for the battle royale because the battle royale went free to play.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because nobody was playing it, and they were like, "Shit, we can't push a battle royale to Activision if we don't have people playing it." So they made it free, like Fortnite, or like CS:GO. More people played CS:GO for Danger Zone than played Blackout. That's sad because people don't play Danger Zone. They should though. Holy shit, Danger Zone's fun if you really grind it. But it's like, but then like you've got Infinity Ward. Like, let's make the greatest campaign ever. Let's completely remake an engine that will gift to Treyarch because Activision says that we have to as per contract. And then in our insanely good battle royale mode, which is plagued by cheaters. Thank you, Activision, for ruining Infinity Ward's baby. And then in our battle royale mode, we'll swap out all of the modern warfare weapons for Cold War weapons. Why? Because we want to keep player base united, because Infinity Ward's so much better than Treyarch, and nobody else seems to think so.
I'm glad somebody agrees with me that Infinity Ward. And I always have felt since 2009 that Infinity
That was MW.
That was Modern Warfare 2.
Was it 2 in
09? 07 was the original Modern Warfare.
So that means that
was before I actually started playing Call of Duty. So like I can't compare Modern Warfare with not Cold War. World at War.
Black Ops.
Even though I heard World at War was really good, I've never played it.
World at War was insane.
I can't play it, but like, I can't comment on it because
I will say that I started playing COD in 2017 because I was so bad at Call of Duty that I could not stand playing like anything. As a kid back when they first came out.
Yeah, I was in 6th grade when I started playing Call of Duty. So
yeah, I was in 7th grade when I technically started, and that was on friends' consoles. But like, I was bad enough that I was like, nah, man, fuck it. But then once I got to, once I learned that I could play on PC, I was like, oh, okay. And then I really got in. I learned that the campaign
was not good.
And then I learned that the best way to judge a Call of Duty is based on the campaign.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Why? Because the multiplayer experience is the same on all of them. You're going to get a lot of hackers that have cheats in their controllers, because apparently that's a thing that you can do.
Yeah, my friend had a modded controller. He had a modded Xbox 360 controller.
Did it have aim lock?
No, it had rapid fire.
Yeah. You could do that with controllers, that I learned. And a lot of people will do that, especially on console. On PC, you're less likely to run into cheaters on just like random matchmaking. That's something that's kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, back to my point. You can really only judge Call of Duty based on two things: campaign and the zombies. The zombies are only on Treyarch because Treyarch owns the rights to Call of Duty zombies. Infinity Ward can't just take that from them. But the best Call of Duty, in my opinion, is Modern Warfare 2. Why? Because it's the only coherent campaign that is completely nuts to butts the entire time through. It's just like you're taking constant rails of cocaine and you're just hitting it. I've heard a lot of people say that Blops was better. No. Black Ops? Oh, you killed Castro, but it wasn't Castro. Okay, cool. Fuck that. You tried to kill John Kennedy. Okay, cool. Nice. Did you have a fucking snowmobile chase while you're busy rocking a pistol that sometimes runs out of ammo, but you have literally unlimited? Because why the fuck not would you? And you're just going through, and then the game's all like, oh yeah, you're gonna have a fucking rifle and you're defending a rooftop burger joint. And then suddenly you're walking through a neighborhood while Russians are busy shooting at you from tanks. And then suddenly you're running a Predator drone. And it's like, what? But somehow when you're playing it, it's cohesive. It makes sense. Everything works. And it is my favorite campaign of all time. The only campaign that comes close is the original Modern Warfare.
Oh, that one's so good.
Because it has slow moments. It has those lulls in action where you're playing. And the new Modern Warfare has actually moments that are pretty similar.
Please, if you have not played the new Modern Warfare campaign, like Modern Warfare 2019, you have to. It is up there. It is up there in one of the greatest Call of Duty campaigns of all time. 3. Oh my God. It's so realistic. It is so realistic and captures the ugly sides of domestic terrorism, and war. And I'm sorry, I don't know if I can say that on Twitch.
War.
I don't know if I can say the T word, but yeah. Because one of my favorite missions are the slow missions. Like Gilly in the Mist is my favorite.
That's from MW1.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
That's where you're sitting under tanks.
Yeah, the amount of times that I played those two missions, the Gilly and the Mist one, and the one where you have to defend McTavish from that horde of enemies while the chopper comes and picks you up. It's split into two parts. The amount of times I played those missions, I've never felt like I wanted to play that more than I wanted to play multiplayer.
That explains your pistol aim.
That's rare. Wait, what?
That explains your pistol aim.
What? The
fucking McTavish mission.
I remember that. I don't remember too much about
the amount of times that you run out of ammo and you're down to just a pistol in that mission.
Or sorry, I said McTavish is McMillan. McMillan's McMillan. But anyway, that mission.
I know the mission you're talking about because it's right after Gilly and the Mist.
Yeah. It's the amount of times I played those missions was. It made me just want to keep playing that because it was something that I'd never. That mission was something, and I played Modern Warfare 2 before I played Modern Warfare, the original one, the Call of Duty 4. Call of Duty 4, say that. I played the Modern Warfare 2 before I played that one, and God, I still think that my two favorite campaigns are, I think, Call of Duty 4 is my favorite of all time.
And then Modern Warfare, the reboot?
Either that or Black Ops 1, because I really like Black Ops 1 campaign.
Black Ops 1 felt too...
It's a psychological thing.
Not incoherent, because incoherent doesn't make sense considering the context.
It makes sense. It all ties it all together. So like the way
incoherence makes sense with the context.
The way I like to see it is Modern Warfare 2 is a Michael Bay film. Black Ops 1 is a Christopher Nolan film. Dark, but slow, but also has some action sequences in it.
I see Modern Warfare 2 as a Christopher Nolan film, and I see Modern Warfare, COD 4, as like a Kubrick or a Scorsese. the action has purpose. The low moments have purpose.
I think Call of Duty 4 was much better paced than Modern Warfare 2. The only thing that
Modern Warfare 2 was cocaine on a disc.
Modern Warfare 2 had a good campaign.
Had a sick campaign. Sick is the proper word.
What made Modern Warfare 2 memorable was its multiplayer, which by far is the best multiplayer. Best. Nothing. It's
no equivalent.
You know, people complain about all the broken messes. Yeah, but and how everything's overpowered, or how the overpowered stuff and like that, the UMP or whatever. Guess what? That entire multiplayer was broken. That entire multiplayer was overpowered. So everything was viable. So like, you know, one man army, danger close, stuff like that. That was. You gave it personality.
If you ever want to see a man shit his pants, just play the MW2 nuke sound.
That's the greatest addition to multiplayer.
It's one of the most terrifying sounds that you could hear in any Call of Duty game.
I remember the first time I heard it too. I was playing a team deathmatch on High Rise, 12-man team deathmatch, not the ground war.
Dude, High Rise. The amount of times that I tried to recreate FaZe Clan tricks on High Rise.
God. That was a sniper.
Funny.
High Rise is such a good map. It was
snipers and knife throwers paradise. The amount of times that I accidentally recreated that viral clip of that dude that just throws a knife randomly before he dies and kills a guy. Because that's one of the most popular spots to be on the map. Because you can snipe so easily from there. All you got to do is hit the right spot on the beam.
If you're playing Search and Destroy, like quick scopes across, because like you would spawn basically across from each other.
Yeah, it's true. Quick scopes across the map were just it. Granted, those didn't get you views on YouTube.
No, but that was basically the equivalent of Dust 2's mid.
I guess, except Dust 2 mid, if you opt through the doors, that's still sick no matter who you are. Or I remember Kerrigan on FaZe buying the auto sniper and just right into the doors. And he got 3 kills.
I remember that.
I think that was against what? Was that against Space Soldiers? I don't remember who that was against, but it was sick.
I just remember seeing
it. It was so fun. And I'm like, they bought an auto sniper as he drops it and picks up an AK, and I'm like, oh yeah. That makes sense. But I still remember when FaZe was all like, yeah, we dropped Kerrigan. I'm like, what? And now FaZe is going to probably get Kerrigan again. But dude, Twists being on FaZe. Twists, former support player for Team Liquid. He's on FaZe Clan. And you know what that means, boys? It means that once Olaf Meister is off of FaZe Clan, once Kerrigan's contract is done with Mao's, Kerrigan's coming back to FaZe. And I'm going to have a top-level team to cheer for and still have North American pride because Twists is from Canada. And I can say NA pride while cheering for my favorite org. I'm so excited.
He's like a little kid in a candy shop. That's what that face was.
And with that face, we're going to say goodnight. It's been an hour and 50 minutes of nothing but pure joy. I got to see Jason down bad right at the beginning.
Yeah.
As did you guys.
Let me explain that real quickly.
Nope. So, you can explain it next week. Jason, do you have any final thoughts for the week?
We got a guest next week. I can't explain that.
No, that's going to be great. Jason, do you have any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. We got the Super Bowl coming up. What do you got?
Who do I got? I got the Bucks. I really can't go against Brady. Everybody's like, oh, but he's been beat. He's been beat 3 times out of 9. Fuck off.
2 of them were against Eli. So
yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah. I can't pick. I can't. I don't know. Because it's like, yeah, the Chiefs are good. The Chiefs, I think, are a better team. But it's Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. That's the problem I'm having. And I don't know what's gonna happen. I can't pick. I'm sorry. I don't know. My brain can't figure out.
For me, it's the momentum that Brady has going in.
Okay, Brady. The Bucks have much better momentum, and they have a much better defense too. Much better defense.
I mean, look at it. They have Ndamukong. Yeah, I'm biased. Okay, fuck off. They have Ndamukong Suh in, coming to the end of his career. Dude's angry. He's
always been angry.
Dude's angry.
He had to play against the Packers for how many years?
He lost to Brady in a Super Bowl that he shouldn't have been in, and he knows it. Last time he was in the Super Bowl, he faced Brady.
Was that the Rams? Was that when he was with the Rams? Okay. I forgot he was with the Rams.
You think that he's going to lose again? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that you're gonna hear Ndamukong Suh, number 93, coming at Mahomes quite a bit. Whether he gets the sack, that doesn't matter. But I've got the Bucks this week. If I'm wrong, cool. If I'm not wrong, cool.
I can't decide, but for some reason, I also think the Bucks, but I just don't know. I don't know. I can't say for certain. It's a problem. It's a problem that I have.
Any other thoughts?
Any other thoughts about anything? Let's see what we got. We're in February.
You don't have to explain the down bad thing. You were simulating drunk driving. Oh. You were drunk off wine and beer, and you had the.
What I decided to open up the show with was part of some footage that I was working on. So Snapchat is going to remind me about this. Is already starting to remind me about some things. Snapchat reminded me that today was the 1-year anniversary of the Iowa caucuses last year. And remember how much of a shit show those were?
Oh, Pete Buttigieg loved it.
Oh, it was so much of a shit show that when I went to London, they were talking about it. They're like, "Oh, you just came from the elections. Wasn't it a shitter?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's why I left." But so what I opened up with was part of me. I was working on a film that just fell through for a variety of reasons. So part of that was you saw footage from that because tomorrow will technically be the 1 year since I left for London and basically went on a whim secretly. My roommates didn't even know I was in there until they saw my Snapchat story when I was in London. So there's like kind of that, and also next week I'm gonna look different. This is finally gonna get trimmed because tomorrow is day 365. I think actually it might be 366. I'm not sure because of how leap year was. So
are we gonna be clean shaven brothers?
I don't know if I'm gonna be clean shaven, but this is definitely gonna be not there. This is.
I think clean shaven's the way to go.
I'm ready.
In my opinion,
I'm ready to. I mean, I guess. How often have you seen me clean shaven though?
For our first year of knowing each other.
Yeah, and I don't even know if you've ever seen me with short hair too. So.
Yeah,
but the hair will go away.
Both at the same time, actually.
The hair will go away when usually I get my hair cut whenever I'm in crisis mode or when something major is happening. So if you see me with
that's not good because you've had multiple of those. If
you see me with different hair, like the first time I cut my hair drastically was I just cut it all. I had like super long hair, cut it all off. And that was like Valentine's Day. So I opened up initially was the film that I was working on, part of the film that I was working on that didn't get completed. The other half of it was Valentine's Day. We meant to talk about just briefly about Valentine's Day this week because we aren't going to get to it next week. But anyway, that was deleted footage from a video that I made. It's deleted footage from because like I did a whole testing scenario last year that gave me an excuse to drink on Valentine's Day because fun fact, I was broken up with on Valentine's Day a couple years ago. So maybe I'll share that story another time. I meant to do it this time, but it's not gonna happen this time. So what I decided to do was simulate drunk driving, and I have a VR headset on my PS4, and I was playing Gran Turismo while drunk. I would not recommend you do that. I threw up many times because of motion sickness.
A fucking pussy.
Motion sickness, man. You come over here and I will put you on the VR headset.
I'll show you my 3D glasses while you're drunk first.
My
3D glasses, my 3D shoes.
After you've had like a big bottle of wine.
Brother, I will go through an entire handle of Bacardi and still be fine.
Can you handle tequila though?
Okay, tequila makes me burp.
See, there we go. See, I had wine, beer, and tequila.
Okay, you didn't talk about tequila earlier.
No, I had all three of those. So there was a deleted footage of me just being slumped and being absolutely miserable and talking about, being depressed and not being English and not being a writer in London. But anyway, so that there was that. It was a stupid thing that I decided to do. Not last year. Was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. It was last year for Valentine's Day to simulate drunk driving. It's the
day of love. I'm gonna crash virtual car.
Yeah, it was. I'm glad I will never drive drunk, because when I was doing that, I didn't even know what gear I was in. I thought I was in second gear. I was in reverse. So yeah. So
piggybacking off of that, because I have to pee. Finn's hentai of the week.
Oh no!
As promised.
No, Circle Herc's not here for that.
No, that was AJ.
Was it AJ? That. It was okay. AJ.
Nah, because AJ's not here, it's gonna be an anime of the week.
Okay.
My anime of the week is.
Please start making a list.
I do need to make a list. The Rise of Shield Hero. The Rise of Shield Hero is a much newer isekai anime than the rest. But it is still considered one of the major ones. Why? Because it, like always, takes place in a medieval world. Duh. The only one that I know of that doesn't take place in a medieval world would be Saga of Tanya the Evil, which I already read in Herc's episode. One of my favorites, by the way. Can't wait for the next season. But The Rise of Shield Hero is a show that follows all of the tropes, but it still makes itself entertaining in the fact that knowledge is power. And that's something that you don't see a lot in anime. Yeah, you'll see in like Naruto where they're like, I've been training for 74 these weights on my wrists, and now I can finally take them off and I can fight better. Everybody's like, and then they drop, and it actually like creates craters in the ground. Okay, that's not the show. What you know helps you. And I find that a very admirable lesson for a show to push. I'm not going to give a whole lot to the show because I'm not very far yet. However, you know what? We're going to have to have an episode where I just literally go over all of the animes that we've talked about, and I give a little more to them, since some of them I hadn't finished by the time that I talked about them.
Do you need me to go and comb through the episodes and send you the list of or is
I
that
do, because I am so incredibly busy
something that you
right
can do
now.
on yourself? We'll have to coordinate that.
I definitely need you to do that because I'm so stupidly busy right now trying to get myself.
The good thing is I have post-it notes at the ready, so I can,
that would be sick.
I finally have post-it notes on my desk to be.
That would actually be sick. But also, yeah. So that's the Rise of Shield Hero. I like it. It's got, I think, 2 seasons. It is part of Isekai Quartet in the 2nd season, so one of the bigger Isekai animes. And yeah, my final thoughts for the show are: we appreciate every single one of you that have been here. Those of you that watched us live on Twitch, we really appreciate you. Those of you that are watching right now on YouTube, we appreciate you as well. You can find us live on Twitch every Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time at Crunchbar 33.
On Twitch, yes.
On Twitch.
If you want the URL, it's twitch.tv/Crunchbar33. But if you go to Twitch,
I was rhyming. Chill.
If you go to Twitch and search Crunchbar33, you'll find it.
Crunchbar 33 on twitch.tv. Next week, we have an incredible episode for you guys. We will have somebody that's actually qualified to talk, and in a space that I personally enjoy, they're going to talk about making bracelets. No, I'm kidding.
That's actually, going to be a very peaceful episode if we ever have that.
Right? No, I'll find somebody.
Because we're still going to be in this pandemic for a while, so
probably for a bit.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited for next week. I'm going to keep it a secret from Jason until probably 4, just because I'm so excited for it, and it's going to be such a massive reveal.
Just make sure you give me enough adequate time to change the title and give some descriptions and stuff like that.
But we really appreciate everybody that found us, whether it be through Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, your mom's farts
Discord.
in Morse code. We don't know.
Computer E281 on Discord.
But everybody that's watching, we love you. Stay safe, mask up. And most importantly, roll clones.
Roll credits. Any updates you have or you would like from us, you can follow our Twitter accounts that are listed on the screen, either one of us. Thank you for being here and you have a good night. Bye-bye.